Tiramisu originally is a coffee-flavored Italian dessert made using ladyfingers, which is a biscuit made from eggs and flowers, which have many names depending on which part of the world you are from. The ladyfingers are then usually dipped in espresso or coffee, spiked with some boozy alcohol, and layered with a whipped cream that is combined with a custard and mascarpone cheese. And at the very end, it is finally dusted with some chocolate powder. Many claim that the tiramisu was created somewhere in the 1960s or the 1970s, but on July 29th of 2017, tiramisu was officially added to the list of traditional Friulian and Giulian agricultural food products by the Ministry of Agricultural, Food, and Forestry Policies of Italy. The tiramisu has now evolved over the years where many chefs have changed certain components of this classic Italian dish to suit their region's local flavors and ingredients. Over in Japan, chefs have chosen to swap the coffee flavor and replace it with their own high caffeine drink, matcha. Today, I will be putting together a version of tiramisu where I use the classic ladyfingers, spike it with a matcha and brandy, and layer it with the traditional mascarpone cheese. Alright, and now that we got that covered, let's go to the kitchen. First things first, we'll make the ladyfingers. Take a couple of eggs, separate the yolks, and place the whites in a large bowl. Then proceed to whisk it at a very high speed while it is still cold until it has reached a soft peak or until it looks like this. Now gently fold in the yolks, sugar, baking powder, and flour, and if you don't have the tools to sift the ingredients, it will still be fine, but I would recommend doing so if you can. Place the mixture into a piping bag, or if you are someone like me who does not own one, a Ziploc bag works great as a substitute. On a baking pan lined with parchment paper, dollop the mixture into your desired size. Ladyfingers are traditionally piped, as the name suggests, into a finger-like shape. In my case, I will be putting it into a square, so I will pipe it into circles. Bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and about 7 to 10 minutes later, it should look something like this. Moving forward, another component of the tiramisu is a mascarpone cheese. We'll again crack 2 eggs and separate, but this time leaving the whites behind and placing the yolks in a bowl big enough to sit on top of a pot of simmering water so it does not fall in. Add sugar to the yolks and mix it together over a low simmer while removing it from the heat after about every 10 seconds, and repeat this process until the now custard reaches a temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit, or until it turns into sauce consistency where you can do this with your whisk. Add the mascarpone cheese and mix it together until it has cleanly combined together. After that, pour the cream in a large bowl because we will be whisking the cream on high until it has reached its optimal whipped cream medium peak. To finish things off, gradually fold in the mascarpone cheese mixture until it is well incorporated. As a final touch, the secret ingredient to every dessert is a little bit of salt. If you don't believe me, put a little bit of the mixture aside and thank me later. But I do apologize that this product is in Japanese, but it is powdered salt. Add a few touches of salt and make sure it is mixed together well. In 15 ml of powdered matcha, add 50 ml of brandy to create a brand new drink that is sure to wake you up no matter what time of day it is. Finally, to assemble everything, dip the ladyfingers into the matcha cocktail. Just for a bit, not too long or you may end up being a little tipsy afterwards. Then layer it with the mascarpone cheese mixture, then again with the ladyfinger, and finish it off with the mascarpone cheese. This is just a personal preference of mine, but I combined the matcha powder with a little bit of powdered salt again and finally dust it over the tiramisu to finally complete the matcha tiramisu. As for the taste, I'd like to thank myself from 20 minutes earlier for adding the salt in, as it makes the tiramisu not overly sweet, but just about right. It was delicious. So over the past 3 weeks, I've made an appetizer, a main course, and today, a dessert. And hopefully some of you folks at home can find an idea what you will want to make over the Christmas holidays. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Merry Christmas.